All right, let's talk about our forecast because, wow, we've got a nice couple of days in our forecast. Through Thursday, we're going to have some slightly cooler temperatures, and the reason for that, we have a deeper marine layer. So the low clouds, the fog are extending all the way into the valleys, into the Inland Empire. So that's helping the numbers come down a few degrees. Now, as we get to the 4th of July, still looking at a nice day, but the weather over the holiday weekend is going to be warming up all the way through next week. And as of now, we have held off on the extreme heat, but it's going to start to creep back into our forecast. I'll let you know when. Already hot in the deserts. It's a typical summer heat. We've got 90s today, where the winds will be breezy this afternoon. In the mountains, temperatures will be in the mid to upper 70s. Look at the Inland Empire. I'm seeing some 80s, so that is down from the past few days. Still a few 90s sprinkled around there. So a reminder to keep practicing good heat safety, because even though we don't have any watches or warnings, if you're not playing it safe, you could still run the risk of getting heat illness. The weather for our friends in Orange County, starting off gloomy, gradually getting sunny, upper 70s inland, Anaheim 80 degrees. Over in Ventura County, we've got 60s in Ventura, Oxnard, inland 70s, Simi Valley 83, San Fernando Valley mid to upper 80s, Santa Clarita 89. And here's your day in LA. Not bad for July. We'll have 60s, 70s at the coast, 78 in Los Angeles, which is pretty seasonal. And look at the weather through the foothills. Numbers are going to be in the 80s. Now, I do want to show you what's happening with the winds, because of course we're keeping an eye on that fire danger. Even though we don't have any watches or warnings, the weather is drying out, and you have these winds that pick up during the afternoon. Well, unfortunately, they're drying out our vegetation even more. So here we are at 6 o'clock, and you notice it's breezy in the deserts, in the Inland Empire, at the coast, and through Banning Pass if you're headed to the Palm Springs area. So, amigos, we're headed into the summer months. We're in it. The weather is drying out, and look at this. The temperature trend for next week, very hot for the middle of the week, when we could be experiencing extreme heat. So until then, look at what we've got. Upper 70s, temperatures in the 80s this weekend for the Basin Orange County. But by the middle of next week, numbers could get close to 90 degrees on Tuesday for the Basin. The coast will have low 70s. And then next week, temperatures warming close to 80 degrees by the middle of the week. The forecast in the mid to upper 80s for the valleys through the 4th of July. This weekend, we're in the 90s. And next week, temperatures by the middle of the week could get close to 100 degrees. The Inland Empire, upper 80s, 90s this weekend. Next week, 98 on Tuesday. Look at the deserts, mid to upper 90s through the 4th of July. Next week, 100 degrees on Tuesday. Our friends in the low desert, 107 today, but 114 by next week. And finally, in the mountains, we've got mid 70s through Friday, but next week, that warming trend will be in the 80s.